All right, hello everybody. Welcome to my home. I'm Alex Wilkins. I'm in a group with Jason, Amy, Scott, and Jonathan. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be with you guys today. I'll be in Nashville on Saturday, so I'm gonna record my part today and get with you guys like that. Welcome to my home. Unfortunately, I meant to do this at the high school on the big active board, but they're taking asbestos out of the ceilings today as we're doing renovations, so I'm unable to get into my classroom. So rigged something up here at home to do the best that we can, so bear with me. I know the sound quality's not great, and hopefully you guys can see everything all right. Special thanks to my wife for recording this now twice. So we just got done talking about the pros and cons of social media. Now we're going to go into stakeholder collaboration. And this is basically safe school personnel must be involved in the resolution process. So as we're trying to get to finding an answer to this problem, these are the people that we're going to involve. And notice we've got a little circle here. This is because it's a continual balance of collaborating with the principals, counselors, teachers, students, parents, SROs, and the local media and community members. Of course, obviously we're going to start with the principals. They're the cornerstone of the school and making sure we have a safe environment there. Counselors, we want to make sure they're involved because we've dealt with a touchy issue that may have hurt some of our students. So we want to make sure that they're supported. Obviously, we don't want to push them towards counselors, but we want to make sure that they know that we are there to support them if they need that extra help. Teachers, students, and parents obviously are going to be involved. Students, they were kind of the ringleaders of this whole issue, so we're definitely going to start there. Parents obviously are going to be involved as we're dealing with their kids, and of course teachers were around the students just as much as the parents are. So we're going to try to mirror responsible use of social media, but we're going to be involved in figuring out the resolution to this problem as well. SROs are certainly going to be involved. We're dealing with the law, we're dealing with legal issues here, so we want to make sure that we have the SRO available to help us make sure that all laws are followed, and also to be at the schools to make sure that we've got that safe environment. And obviously, we're going to have the community members involved. We're dealing with two communities about 2 miles apart. They have to be around each other all the time. They shop at the same grocery stores. They go to the same mall probably. So we've got to make sure that they can act responsibly in public as well. So we want to involve the community members as it pertains to their children. And we're going to use local media to do that. We're going to use the radio. We're going to use television to make sure that we are communicating with everybody in the community. All right, so in coming up with a resolution to this conflict, we're going to do a needs assessment and evaluation of internet use at our schools and make sure that our schools are using internet in a responsible manner while they're at school. Obviously, we know that this issue came about at home, that this isn't something that the student did while he was at school, but we definitely want to make sure that we're following all policies and guidelines while we have the kids at our schools. And kind of the cornerstone of our resolution to this, as we'll talk about a little bit later, is student education. We're in the kid business, we're trying to educate them. Why not teach them responsible use of using social media? So student education and online safety and responsibility will definitely be something that we touch on. And then effective monitoring. We're going to monitor them at home. We're going to try to educate parents on how to monitor their kids while they're at home and make sure they're doing the right things while they're at home. Obviously, our teachers are going to do that as well. And then making sure we have appropriate consequences. We don't want to come down too hard on them, but we also don't want to be too lenient on them as well, just to be a little slap on the wrist, because we want to make sure that if a line is crossed, we want to make sure they know not to cross that line again. So having a clear policy with strong focus on responsible usage of social networking and the consequences of when it's not used appropriately will be the kind of the cornerstone of our resolution to this conflict. And kind of to highlight this again, the policy must be supported by curriculum and professional development. So we want to make sure that the policy allows us still to use these things, the social media at school. Social media is one of those things where you can't really beat it, so you might as well join it, and we might as well teach kids how to use it responsibly in the 21st century, because it's not something that's going to be going away. We're also going to make sure that the parents and the community support this policy, and by involving them in the process to come up with the resolution, kind of ensures that they will be more likely to adhere to any guidelines or policies that we come up with. So there's the main reason that we're going to involve them in this process. And certainly teachers and administrators are going to be involved in this process as well. We're around the kids all the time, and we, if nobody else, should be there to teach them responsible usage of social media in the 21st century. Okay. So we're now going to move on to the solution proposal, and I'll pass that on to another group member. But again, I'm Alex Wilkins. I want to thank you for joining me, and best of luck to you guys in your presentations. Thank you.